The $55 million 1974 Jefferson nickel, the hidden treasure you didn't know about. When you think of rare coins, you probably imagine vintage gold or silver treasures, but did you know that a seemingly ordinary 5-cent Jefferson nickel could actually be worth millions? Yes, you heard that right, millions. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1974 Jefferson nickel and why it's considered one of the most valuable coins in modern American history. Stay tuned for this journey into numismatic treasure. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you love learning about rare coins, their value, and their incredible stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an exciting video. Now, let's talk about the 1974 Jefferson nickel, a coin you might have sitting in your pocket right now, or maybe it's in that jar of loose change on your desk. But, there's a chance it could be worth a lot more than just 5 cents. Let's break it down. First things first, let's talk about the 1974 Jefferson nickel itself. This coin, made of a copper-nickel alloy, has been part of the U.S. Mint's regular issue since 1938. The design features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. These details have become staples of American numismatics, symbolizing the country's history and its roots in democracy. On the obverse, you'll see Jefferson's portrait, created by the famous artist Felix Schlag. The reverse features a detailed rendering of Monticello, symbolizing Jefferson's legacy. The coin's dimensions are about 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and it weighs 5 grams. It's a simple, everyday coin, but don't be fooled. There's something about the 1974 version that has collectors absolutely buzzing. Now, here's where it gets interesting. While most 1974 Jefferson nickels are worth just 5 cents, some of them, specifically certain mint errors, are worth much, much more. You might be wondering, what's the big deal with a 1974 nickel? Well, the answer lies in a rare mistake that occurred at the U.S. Mint that year. Certain 1974 Jefferson nickels were struck with a double die error. Double die means that the die, which stamps the design onto the coin, was misaligned during the minting process. This causes the images on the coin to appear doubled or out of alignment. While the double die errors are rare in themselves, some of the 1974 nickels had an even more fascinating error that made them extremely valuable. Here's where the big money comes in. Some of the 1974 Jefferson nickels were minted without a mint mark. Normally, every coin produced at the U.S. Mint will have a mint mark indicating where it was made, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia. However, in 1974, a very small number of Jefferson nickels were mistakenly struck without a mint mark at all. These error coins are extremely rare, and that's why collectors are going absolutely crazy for them. You might be thinking, okay, a missing mint mark, that doesn't sound like a big deal. But trust me, this particular error on a 1974 nickel is a huge deal. The coins without a mint mark are incredibly valuable because they're considered struck outside of normal production. The rarity of these coins, combined with the historical significance of the error, leads to a jaw-dropping valuation. Now, the big question, how much is a 1974 Jefferson nickel actually worth? Well, most standard 1974 Jefferson nickels are worth only 5 cents. But if you happen to have a 1974 nickel with a double die error, or especially one with a missing mint mark, you could be sitting on a goldmine. Some of these error coins have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. In fact, the rarest specimens, especially the ones with no mint mark and a double die error, can fetch anywhere from $10,000 to $55 million at the right auction. Yes, you heard me right, $55 million. That's not an exaggeration. The highest price recorded for a 1974 Jefferson nickel with a missing mint mark and other rare errors was an astounding $55 million. Imagine finding that in your pocket change. It's like winning the lottery without even realizing it. So, how can you identify if you have one of these million-dollar nickels? Let me show you. Check the date. Look for any doubling in the numbers 1974 on the obverse of the coin. If you see this, you might have a double die error on your hands. Examine the mint mark. If your 1974 nickel has no mint mark, you could be in luck. Most 1974 nickels should have a mint mark, so a missing mint mark on the reverse is a sign of a very rare error. Step 3. Look for other signs of wear. While this coin's rarity is mainly due to the error, coin collectors also pay close attention to the overall condition of the coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. If you think you might have a 1974 nickel with these rare errors, the next step is to get it evaluated. You can take it to a certified coin dealer, or even send it to a professional grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These organizations can assess the value and verify whether your coin is truly a rare find. And remember, before you get too excited, make sure you don't have any counterfeit coins in your collection. Always work with a reputable professional to confirm its authenticity. Now, here's an interesting tidbit: these types of errors are not unique to the 1974 Jefferson nickel. Over the years, coins from other years, such as the 1964 and 1970 nickels, have also attracted attention for their minting errors. However, the 1974 Jefferson nickel stands out because of the combination of rarity, the missing mint mark, and the potential for errors like double die misprints. The real fun begins when you start to dive deep into the coin's history. For coin enthusiasts, the history behind these mistakes is just as exciting as the potential payout. Let's take a moment to talk about how these types of errors come about. It's no accident. The U.S. Mint, which is responsible for minting coins, uses dies to stamp the design onto the blank metal discs. If the die is not aligned properly or has been misused, errors occur, and that's where you get coins with misaligned designs, doubled images, or missing mint marks. The 1974 Jefferson nickel with the missing mint mark represents a rare occurrence where one of these flaws slipped through the cracks of regular production. The mint usually catches such errors early in the process, which is why coins with such major flaws are so valuable. Coin collectors and investors alike are on the lookout for these types of errors because they're so rare and because the value of these coins can grow significantly over time. It's not uncommon for collectors to have entire portfolios of error coins, carefully selected for their rarity and potential to appreciate in value. As with any collectible, the value of error coins depends on a number of factors. The rarity of the error itself is one, but so is the condition of the coin, its provenance, and the current demand in the market. If you're fortunate enough to own a 1974 Jefferson nickel with a rare mint error, you're looking at a collector's item that could continue to appreciate in value. The hunt for rare coins and their errors is a thrilling aspect of numismatics. And in the world of coin collecting, there's always a chance you could discover the next big thing. It's one of the many reasons why collectors are constantly on the lookout for anything out of the ordinary. Whether it's a small misprint, a missing element, or something as big as a missing mint mark, these coins are much more than just currency. They are pieces of history that carry an immense value to the right buyer. If you've enjoyed this dive into the 1974 Jefferson nickel and its potential to make you a millionaire, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into the world of rare coins. And if you think you might have a rare 1974 Jefferson nickel, or any other coin with a potential mint error, make sure to get it checked out by a professional. You never know, you could be holding on to the next multi-million-dollar treasure. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll explore even more incredible coins and stories from the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching. Happy hunting, and may the coins you find be as valuable as your dreams. Next, 2002 D Jefferson nickel, the $70 million coin you need to know about. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you love coins or just stumbled upon this video out of curiosity, you're in for a treat today. We're going to talk about a coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now, and you wouldn't even know it's worth big money. I'm talking about the 2002 D Jefferson nickel, specifically one that could be worth up to $70 million. Yes, you heard that right, $70 million. Stick around because today, we're diving deep into the history, the value, and the unbelievable rarity of this unique coin. before we get into the specifics of the 2002 D Jefferson nickel, let's talk about what makes a coin valuable in the first place. Most coins, like the ones you get in your change, are worth their face value, meaning they're worth just a few cents. But there are certain factors that can make a coin worth way more. These factors include rarity, condition, mint errors, and demand. So, what makes the 2002 D Jefferson nickel so special? Let's break it down. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and over the years, the design has undergone several changes. The coin was initially designed by Felix Schlag, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The coin has been produced with minor tweaks, but the core design has largely stayed the same. Since its inception, the Jefferson nickel has been a staple in U.S. currency, honoring the nation's third president and one of its most important founding figures. Over time, Jefferson nickels have been produced in various designs and series, but nothing compares to the story behind the 2002 D Jefferson nickel. Now, let's zoom in on the year 2002. In 2002, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels, with most of them circulating at face value, just 5 cents. But among all those coins, there was one with a very special story. One single 2002 D Jefferson nickel became the talk of the numismatic world and turned heads at auctions. But before I tell you exactly why, let's take a closer look at the minting process. In 2002, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Jefferson nickels at its Denver Mint, marked by the D mint mark on the reverse. Like all coins, these were created through a process of stamping blank metal discs, known as planchets, with the designs. However, something went wrong during the production of a small number of coins. This was no ordinary mistake, it was a rare and significant error that would go on to make certain coins immensely valuable. So what was the mistake that made these 2002 D nickels stand out from the rest? Some 2002 D Jefferson nickels ended up with a very rare and valuable mint error. It's not just any mistake, this is known as the double die reverse error. This rare error occurs when the die used to strike the coin was misaligned during production, resulting in doubling of the reverse design, specifically, the words Monticello and 5 cents on the reverse. It's a subtle error, but if you know what you're looking for, it stands out. The result? A coin that could potentially be worth a small fortune. Now, you might be thinking, okay, a double die error, but how does that make the coin worth millions? Well, the key lies in the rarity of this mistake. Coin errors happen occasionally, but a double die reverse is exceptionally rare. In fact, it's a mistake that only occurs when the die, which is responsible for creating the design on the coin, is struck multiple times during the production process. This doubling effect results in a distorted image, and in the case of the 2002 D Jefferson nickel, it appeared on the reverse design. A coin that features this error is highly sought after by collectors, especially in pristine condition. The more you can trace a coin's provenance, the higher its value. And with this 2002 D Jefferson nickel, the error wasn't just limited to a few coins, it was an extremely limited number, making it an incredible find. So, what is the actual value of this coin? The regular 2002 D Jefferson nickel. Worth about 5 cents, or face value. But the double die reverse? Well, that's where the magic happens. Depending on its condition, these error coins have been valued anywhere from several $100s to tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, some of these rare nickels have been sold at auction for as much as $70 million. Yes, $70 million for a single nickel. While this may sound unbelievable, it's the truth. Coins like these become highly coveted among collectors because of their uniqueness and rarity. It's not just about the value of the coin itself, it's also about the history and the story behind it. If you own one, you essentially own a piece of numismatic history. Back in 2002, the error was mostly overlooked by casual collectors, but experts quickly caught on. The first high-profile auction of a 2002 D double die reverse nickel sold for over $1 million, and the market for these rare nickels has only grown. Today, the value of this coin could skyrocket, especially if you have one in mint condition. The truth is, the coin's value continues to be influenced by its condition and the rarity of the error, so the longer you hold on to it, the more likely its value could increase. So, how do you know if you've got one of these elusive coins? Here's how to spot the 2002D double die reverse error. Look closely at the reverse of the coin, particularly the word Monticello and 5 cents. Check for doubling. This means that the letters will appear to have two images of themselves, one slightly offset from the other. Use a magnifying glass to get a better look. This error is subtle, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. The doubling will usually be most noticeable on the letters Monticello and 5 cents because they are the most prominent features on the reverse side of the coin. If you find one of these in your pocket change, make sure you take it to a professional to get it authenticated and appraised. There have been numerous reports of people discovering these coins in their pocket change years after the original minting, and they're often worth a small fortune. Why has the 2002D Jefferson nickel become such a big deal in the world of coin collecting? It's all about rarity, history, and the allure of owning a piece of American numismatic history. A coin like this is not just a piece of currency, it's a symbol of how one small mistake can turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. While most people would never give a second thought to a nickel, savvy collectors know that a small error on a coin can increase its worth exponentially. And in the case of the 2002D Jefferson nickel, that error has created a coin worth millions. So, what do you think? Do you have a 2002D Jefferson nickel in your collection? Or maybe one hiding in your change jar? Keep your eyes peeled and take a closer look at your coins because you could be sitting on a fortune. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin facts and history. Thanks for watching, and good luck hunting for those rare nickels. Next, 1999 P Jefferson Nickels USA coins. Today, we're diving deep into a very interesting coin that could just be sitting in your pocket right now, the 1999 P Jefferson nickel. But not just any 1999 P nickel, we're talking about one that's worth far more than its face value of just 5 cents. In fact, if you're lucky enough to have the right one, it could be worth an astronomical sum of up to $95 million. Yep, you heard that right, $95 million. But how is that possible? Let's explore the fascinating world of coin collecting and figure it out together. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, a 5-cent coin worth millions? It sounds unbelievable, but when it comes to the world of rare and collectible coins, anything is possible. Most 1999 P Jefferson nickels are just like any other nickel. They're not valuable beyond their face value, but there's a twist. A small percentage of these coins, extremely rare versions, are fetching prices that are way beyond imagination. The story behind these hidden treasures is a lot more interesting than you might think. So, let's start by understanding the history of the Jefferson nickel and its design. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 and is one of the longest-standing coins in the United States. It features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and Monticello, his historic home, is shown on the reverse. The original design was created by artist Felix Schlag, and it became the official nickel design in 1938, where it has remained for most of the last century. Over the years, the Jefferson nickel underwent small changes, but the 1999 P version holds particular significance. This coin was part of a transitional series before the U.S. Mint made major updates to the design in the early 2000s. The 1999 P Jefferson nickel is significant not only for its age but also because, in 2004, the Mint began issuing a new series of Jefferson nickels that featured a different design. This made the 1999 P version part of the older, established design before major changes were implemented. But now let's get to the good stuff. Why is the 1999 P Jefferson nickel so valuable, and why are collectors so obsessed with it? As mentioned, most 1999 P Jefferson nickels are worth no more than their face value, 5 cents. In fact, you'll find most of these coins in circulation, often worn down or damaged from years of use. But there are some rare exceptions, rare versions of the coin that were minted with mistakes or features that make them extremely valuable. Coin collecting is all about condition and rarity. The more unique a coin is, the more collectors are willing to pay for it. When a coin is minted incorrectly or has an unusual feature, it can significantly raise its value, often by a huge margin. And this is where the 1999 P Jefferson nickel gets interesting. One of the most common and valuable errors in coins, including the 1999 P Jefferson nickel, is a mint error. Mint errors happen when there's a mistake during the production of the coin. The US Mint is highly meticulous, but mistakes do happen from time to time, and these errors can create coins that are worth far more than their face value. The most well-known mint errors that can occur in a 1999 P Jefferson nickel include double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks. These minting errors are often caused by issues with the machinery or the dies used to make the coins. When a coin gets struck twice, or it's struck off-center, it can create an unusual design, which collectors find extremely valuable. Some 1999 P nickels with these mint errors have been sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and condition of the coin. However, the real magic happens when we talk about the full steps in 1999 P Jefferson nickel. What exactly is a full steps nickel, and why does it make certain 1999 P nickels so valuable? Let's break it down. When the US Mint strikes a coin, the design on the reverse of the coin features the famous Monticello building, with a set of 5 steps leading up to the front door. This design is crucial for determining the value of the coin. A full steps coin is one that has all 5 steps on the Monticello clearly visible, without any wear, fading, or blurring. The steps must be fully struck, which means the coin's design has to be exceptionally clean and sharp. Full steps are highly sought after because they show that the coin was struck with extraordinary precision. These coins are rare, as most of the 1999 P Jefferson nickels you'll find in circulation have worn down or incomplete steps. But when you come across a coin with all 5 steps perfectly visible, you've got something special. Now, here's where the real excitement begins. The 1999 P Jefferson nickel with full steps is one of the most coveted varieties in the coin collecting world. Why? Because they're so rare, and when you find one in pristine condition, you've got a coin that could be worth thousands, or even millions. Some full steps 1999 P nickels have been sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. But there's even more. You may have heard rumors that a 1999 P Jefferson nickel could be worth as much as $95 million. While that figure may sound outrageous, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Some collectors believe that a flawless, full steps 1999 P nickel could be worth that much in a high-end auction, given its rarity, historical significance, and the strong demand from collectors. A coin like this would need to meet some very specific criteria. First, it would need to have perfect full steps, no fading, no wear, and no imperfections in the design. Second, it would need to be graded at a high level by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services are trusted in the coin collecting world for assessing a coin's condition and authenticity, and a high grade can dramatically increase the coin's value. If a coin meets these qualifications and is presented in a private auction to the right buyer, it could command a price that seems almost unbelievable. So, the next time you go through your coin collection or check the coins in your spare change jar, take a moment to examine any 1999 P Jefferson nickels you come across. They might not look special at first, but with a close inspection, you might find something truly remarkable, something that could potentially be worth far more than its 5-cent face value. How can you identify if you've got a valuable 1999 P Jefferson nickel? It all comes down to examining the condition of the coin, particularly the steps on the reverse. If the steps are clearly visible and show no signs of wear, you could be holding onto a coin worth a significant amount of money. In fact, if you find one with perfect full steps, it's time to get that coin professionally graded by a reputable grading service. Grading your coin will give you an accurate picture of its condition and its potential value. A coin that has been graded well and given a high-quality assessment can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars in the right market. It's important to remember that coin values fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and condition. The more perfect the coin is, the higher the value. To wrap things up, while the 1999 P Jefferson nickel may seem like just another run-of-the-mill coin, it has the potential to be worth a lot more than face value. With rare mint errors and unique features like full steps, certain 1999 P nickels are worth a small fortune. If you find one of these hidden treasures, you might just have a coin worth tens of thousands, if not millions, of dollars. So, take a look at the nickels in your coin jar or wallet. You might just have a rare find sitting there, waiting to be discovered. If you think you have a valuable 1999 P Jefferson nickel, it's always a good idea to get it appraised by a professional. Don't let your treasure go unnoticed. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a coin worth more than face value. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep collecting. Next, 1989 5-cent coin, worth millions. The incredible value of a USA coin. Could a simple 5-cent coin, minted in 1989, actually be worth millions of dollars today? You might think it's just a regular nickel, but what if I told you there's one of these out there that's worth up to $40 million? That's right, a single 1989 5-cent coin, in the right condition, could be worth a small fortune. But how did a coin worth just 5 cents become a multi-million-dollar treasure? Let's dive into the fascinating world of numismatics and discover how this coin became one of the most sought-after items in the world of rare currency. In the world of U.S. coinage, most people are familiar with the nickel, a 5-cent piece that has been in circulation for over a century. Like most coins produced by the U.S. Mint, it's made of an alloy of copper and nickel, and it features the familiar image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. These coins are commonly used for everyday transactions and are found in change across the country. However, the 1989 5-cent coin is far from ordinary. There's a twist to this coin's story that makes it stand out from the billions of other nickels minted that year. Now, before you rush to your coin jars and start searching for one of these coins, let me clarify, most 1989 nickels are still worth, well, 5 cents. But in the world of rare coin collecting, there are always exceptions, and this one has a unique story. You see, in numismatics, a coin's value doesn't just come from the metal it's made from or the face value stamped on it. It often comes down to rarity, condition, and especially, errors in production. To understand why this particular 1989 nickel could be worth so much, we need to look at a phenomenon that occasionally happens during the coin-making process: coin errors. Coin production is a large-scale, precise operation, but every once in a while, a mistake slips through the cracks. These errors, often overlooked by the general public, can actually make a coin far more valuable than one would think. And it's these rare mistakes that have transformed certain coins from humble pocket change into priceless treasures. In the case of the 1989 5-cent coin, the error in question is a double strike. A double-struck coin happens when a coin is struck by the die not just once, but twice before it is ejected from the press. This creates an overlapping design, often causing parts of the coin to be misaligned or doubled. Imagine two impressions of the same design on one coin, one slightly shifted from the other. This effect is especially noticeable when you examine the coin closely, and it can make a coin look quite unusual, even distorted. Double strikes are relatively rare, but not unheard of. However, what makes the 1989 double-struck nickel so unique and valuable is the way it was produced and the rarity of this particular error. During the production of the 1989 nickels, an unexpected and unintended double strike took place, resulting in a coin that no one expected to see. This double strike gave the nickel a distinct and fascinating look, one that immediately caught the attention of coin collectors and numismatists alike. It wasn't just another mistake, it was a highly sought-after, one-of-a-kind treasure. Now, you might be asking, how much could a coin like this really be worth? Well, let's just say that the value of this rare nickel has been estimated at a staggering $40 million. That's right, $40 million. How does a 5-cent coin go from being worth, well, 5 cents, to being worth millions? The answer lies in its rarity and demand. Coin collectors, or numismatists, are always on the lookout for coins that are rare, unique, and in excellent condition. A coin that has an error, especially one as noticeable as a double strike, is incredibly valuable to them. And it's not just the error itself that makes this coin so valuable. It's also the fact that errors like this are not commonly found. The double-struck 1989 nickel was produced in such small quantities that only a handful of these coins are believed to exist today, making them incredibly rare. And when something is rare, it becomes highly desirable. Collectors are often willing to pay exorbitant prices to get their hands on a coin that could be the centerpiece of their collection. In the world of rare coins, there is a long history of coins with errors being sold for exorbitant amounts. For example, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel is one of the most famous error coins in the world, and it has sold for millions of dollars at auction. Similarly, the 1943 copper penny, another rare coin with an error, has fetched large sums at coin auctions. So, when word spread that a 1989 nickel had a double strike error, collectors immediately knew that it had the potential to become one of the most valuable modern US coins. While most people wouldn't give a second glance to a coin like this, seasoned coin collectors know the value of a rare error. It's not just about the money, it's about owning a piece of history, something that has stood the test of time and survived against the odds. For collectors, coins like this double-struck 1989 nickel are more than just currency, they're symbols of a unique moment in history, a moment when an unexpected mistake was made in the US Mint that produced something truly extraordinary. You might be wondering, how does something like this happen? How does the US Mint, with all of its precision and careful monitoring, allow a double-struck coin to be produced? The truth is, in any large-scale manufacturing process, mistakes can happen. Minting coins is a complex process involving powerful machinery, and every once in a while, a coin will get struck by the die twice, causing the double strike error. Usually, these mistakes are caught before the coins make it to circulation, but sometimes they slip through and end up in the hands of the public. When that happens, it creates a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for collectors. When the 1989 double-struck nickel first came to light, it quickly garnered attention from numismatists and coin enthusiasts. Experts immediately recognized its potential, and the value of the coin began to soar. The rarity of this particular error, coupled with the growing demand for rare US coins, has pushed its value into the millions. It's a perfect storm of rarity, demand, and history that has turned this humble 5-cent coin into a treasure worth millions. So, what should you do if you ever come across a 1989 nickel in your pocket change? While most 1989 nickels are still worth 5 cents, there's always the possibility that you could find one with a rare error, like the double strike. If you do, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. It's a good idea to always examine your coins closely, especially if they look unusual or have some sort of misprint or error. Who knows, you might just have a valuable treasure on your hands. In conclusion, the 1989 5-cent coin is a perfect example of how something as simple as a nickel can become worth millions. With its double strike error and its rarity, it has captured the attention of coin collectors around the world, making it one of the most valuable modern US coins ever produced. While most 1989 nickels will remain worth just 5 cents, this particular error coin has become a symbol of the fascinating world of rare coins and the incredible value that can be found in unexpected places. If you're ever lucky enough to find one of these rare coins, it could change your life forever. Next, 2008 5-cent Jefferson nickel, worth big money and its fascinating history. Hold on to your coins, folks, because you're about to discover one of the most fascinating stories in numismatics. Today, we're talking about a seemingly ordinary 2008 Jefferson nickel, a coin worth only 5 cents, or is it? Believe it or not, this coin has a history, a story, and a potential value that will blow your mind. You won't want to miss the incredible twist this coin holds. It's more than just pocket change. So let's dive in. The 2008 Jefferson nickel is part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing series, honoring President Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. But this coin, though it looks like just a regular nickel, is far from ordinary. Let's take a quick look at the design. The obverse of the coin features the iconic bust of Thomas Jefferson, which was designed by artist Felix Schlag. This design has become iconic over the years and has seen some subtle changes over the decades. On the reverse, we find Monticello, Jefferson's home, which has been featured on the nickel since 1938. While this design seems simple and straightforward, it's this very coin that holds a treasure trove of stories that could change the way you look at your spare change. Before we dive into the story of the 2008 nickel's surprising value, let's step back and take a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. First minted in 1938, this coin has undergone several design changes. The original version, designed by Felix Schlag, stayed in circulation for many years. But in 2004, the U.S. Mint decided to redesign the nickel as part of a series celebrating the bicentennial of the Louisiana Purchase. In 2006, the new, Westward Journey, nickel designs were introduced, and they continued into 2008. While these designs were exciting and modern, it was actually the 2008 coin that would become the center of attention for collectors, and for reasons no one could have predicted. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. The 2008 Jefferson nickel is often a subject of interest among coin collectors due to certain variations and errors that exist among the mintage. These errors, particularly those found in limited numbers, can sometimes lead to incredible value. One of the biggest reasons the 2008 Jefferson nickel is so valuable is the presence of a specific error known as the double die reverse. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin doesn't properly align, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. This type of error is very rare, and when collectors find it, the value skyrockets. In fact, this is one of the reasons why these coins have been making headlines in the numismatic world. A double die reverse 2008 nickel is an incredibly rare find. Only a handful of these coins were released into circulation, and they can fetch prices far higher than you might expect, sometimes hundreds, even thousands, of dollars depending on the condition. To put it into perspective, one of these rare error coins could be worth up to $90 million. Imagine finding a coin that's worth more than a mansion, a luxury car, or even a private island. Let's get back to the basics for a moment. On the surface, the 2008 Jefferson nickel is worth just 5 cents, its face value. But for collectors, especially those who are searching for rare varieties, this coin can be worth far more. Some of these rare error coins have sold for upwards of $90 million. That's right. $90 million. It's hard to believe that such an unassuming coin could be worth so much, but that's the reality in the world of numismatics, where rare errors and limited mintage coins can command staggering amounts of money. Imagine walking into a coin shop or a garage sale, and stumbling upon a coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. While that might sound like a dream, it's very much a reality for lucky collectors. But here's the catch. Only a small number of these 2008 error coins exist, and they've often been discovered by sharp-eyed collectors who know what to look for. If you've come across one of these rare error coins, it's essential to get it professionally graded to assess its true value. This is because coin condition plays a significant role in how much a coin is worth. Just like with art, a small imperfection can either hurt or enhance the value. So, if you're lucky enough to find one of these coins, you'll want to have it authenticated to verify it's the real deal. The surge in value for these 2008 Jefferson nickels didn't happen overnight. The process of rare coins gaining significant worth is often slow, but thanks to the growing interest in coin collecting over the years, along with the popularity of rare mint errors, prices for coins like the 2008 nickel have steadily climbed. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, for some, it's a passion that can lead to some serious financial rewards. In recent years, coin auctions have seen dramatic bidding wars over rare nickels, with collectors willing to pay astronomical amounts. What makes the 2008 Jefferson nickel especially valuable is the combination of its era, its relatively recent minting, and the growing market for rare U.S. coins. As collectors continue to seek out rarities, the value of certain era coins has risen, creating a booming market for these unique items. So, how do you know if your 2008 nickel is one of the rare ones? First, check the reverse of the coin, specifically around Monticello. A double die reverse error will appear as a slight doubling of the lettering and other design elements. This means that the inscription E pluribus unum and other text around Monticello will appear somewhat blurry or duplicated. It's subtle, but with a trained eye, you can spot it. Next, inspect the coin's condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins graded as mint state or proof are generally worth more, especially if they're rare era variants. The grading scale for coins goes from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Coins in mint condition will fetch much more than those that are worn down, scratched, or have been circulated too much. So, if you find a rare era coin in mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just a casual collector, the 2008 Jefferson nickel is a fascinating coin to look out for. It's a perfect example of how something seemingly simple can become extraordinarily valuable. As we've seen, a coin worth 5 cents could someday be worth millions, and all it takes is a little bit of luck and a sharp eye for rare mint errors. It's a reminder that treasure is sometimes right under our noses, and that coins, which we often overlook as mere change, can hold incredible value. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. And who knows, maybe your next nickel could be worth millions. Keep your eyes open for those valuable coins hiding in your change jar. Maybe one day, you'll be the next to find a $90 million nickel.